Wait, what is up, YouTube? I know it's been like a hot minute since I've been live here, but I thought I wanted to do a live stream today because I want to go over the top 3 glute building mistakes that I see constantly that us women make. And I used to be one of them too, and I learned the hard way. I went through a lot of trial and errors before finding out what I was doing wrong and what I was doing to kind of like sabotage my own progress. So yeah, I'm here to help you ladies out. First of all, shout yourself out. Where are you guys from? And yeah, let me know. Wait, hold on. I have like a ring light on, but it's in the wrong side, so I can't see you guys' comments. There we go. That's better. Yeah. Also, ladies, I have an announcement. I'm coming out with a new 8-week. This time it's not just a 5-week program. I'm coming out with a new 8-week long glute focus sort of program. So for everybody who have joined Glorious Glutes before, I came out with that program like probably, it was a long time ago, like a couple of years ago, probably a year and a half, a little more than that. We're rounding up to 2 years. And it's a great program, and I know a lot of you ladies have made a lot of progress over the last like couple of years by joining the program. Can you guys hear me? Wait, did I block the audio? Oh, I suck at this. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Give it like a thumbs up, or like tell me guys if the audio is all good. And I will continue. Okay, I can't. Okay, good. But yeah, a lot of you ladies have made like major progress with joining Glorious Glutes. So I thought, okay, I think it's time to update the program and make it even better, because I have gotten better, like way better over the couple of years as well. So I updated the whole program. It's now an 8-week long program. It have a bunch of new movements, new video demonstrations, and like everything is updated. So I'm super excited for you ladies to finally be able to join. You can sign up for it already. It is dropping on January 1st, but I recommend to sign up now because you can also pre-order it for like a huge discount. I'm just gonna throw numbers out there because why not? Like when the program comes out, it's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be expensive. Right now, it is only 1/3 of the price. If you want to pre-order, and if not, you can also just sign up for it. So it's the first link down in the description if you're interested in signing up for Glorious Glutes 2.0. And I'm super excited. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying in here. You guys are not gonna tell me where you guys are from? I have a question. Okay, I'm gonna save the questions for a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna save the questions for a little bit. I will do a lot of Q&As. I'm gonna get to every single question, so don't worry, stay on here if you want your question answered. I just want to go over the top 3 glute building mistakes that I see. Okay, so number 1 mistake that I see, and this is one that I committed myself in the beginning of my like fitness journey, is that I thought that working out alone was going to get my glutes bigger. Like I was working out consistently, I was doing everything what I thought was right to build my booty bigger, but in fact what is the most important, but you can't achieve it alone with this, but what is the most important and what can sabotage your progress is you're not eating enough. Like if you're trying to build more muscle mass, if you're trying to gain more lean mass, you have to eat in a caloric surplus. You have to have enough energy available for your body to repair itself, to create enough protein to repair the tears in your muscle fibers, for your muscle fibers to get stronger and get bigger. So if you're not eating enough, the process of repairing your muscles aren't going to be the same. So you won't be able to gain as much muscle mass or lean mass, even though you're doing all of the exercises correctly. So you can see how that has such a huge effect of your progress, because this used to be me. I used to work out all the time, but I wasn't eating enough, and I got really frustrated and I actually ended up giving up. So make sure, ladies, that you are eating enough, and eating enough protein, like high protein foods as well. Don't overdo it. I mean, you know, too much of the good stuff can be bad for you, but make sure your protein intake is pretty high. I normally recommend, I recommend 0.7, 0.8 grams of protein per body weight in pounds. Yeah, and that's a pretty high number to reach for your protein intake for your day. But also make sure you include your surplus as well. But if you need more help with your diet, because I get it, it is complicated. Nutrition, like having a proper nutrition, can be really complicated to figure out on your own. So I literally break it all down for you, everything you have to consume, what types of foods, to how to calculate your macros, to how to calculate your calories. It is all in my new Glorious Glutes 2.0 workout program. All you have to do is sign up now. It's the first link down in the description, but I literally just break it all down for you. I try to explain it the most simplest way, but still in detail enough for you to understand it. So yeah, it can be a real, like that can be a real pain in the ass, but it don't have to be. I just literally break it all down in my new 8 weeks glute focused workout program. So click the link, the first link down here, and sign up now before it's too late, because once it comes out, you won't be able to get the huge discount. Okay, let's take a couple of questions now before we get into the next rebuilding mistake. Give this video also a thumbs up if you find this helpful. If you like that I'm going live on YouTube. I know it's been a while. Okay, I see we have a lot of questions. The first one I can see right now, just scrolling up, is Spider Girl says, I have a question. Can I still grow my booty even though I'm trying to lose weight? Oh, you see, it's kind of like what I already explained. The thing is that we are all different. We all have different types of bodies. So I might be, like I would say no, but you might be able to, just because your body can respond to it differently, but it's not guaranteed. And most of you aren't able to gain lean mass while burning body fat. Just because if you want to burn body fat, you have to be in a caloric deficit. And if you're in a deficit, you won't have enough like calories as energy for your body. You won't have enough energy for your body to go through that process of repairing all of the teared muscles and build more voluminous muscles. So you have to be in a caloric surplus for you to build more voluminous muscles, as far as how do I explain this in a more like simple way? Because it could get real complicated. If you're in caloric deficit, your body is just trying to maintain the muscle mass that it already has, and you have to go to the gym to be able to tell your body that, yes, body, we still need all this lean mass that we have built up. We won't necessarily build any more just because you don't have enough energy to go through that process. That's why you have to be in a caloric surplus to get more protein intake, and for you to repair all of the teared muscles. Spider says, I'm so sad, haha, I'm in a caloric deficit, I'm not surplus, I'm not growing my glutes. You're not if the first year of fitness, if you're very new to working out, then yes, your body will change. Like, it definitely will change. You might be able to grow your glutes bigger, but it's not optimal. It's a slower progress as well. Like, the progress is like teeny tiny steps. It's not like you can see a huge difference after a couple of weeks. But it's fine. Go through your like cut first, and then you can start doing your like micro bulk or whatever, and build your glutes bigger. So it's always like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, because cutting and bulking, that's both like pros and cons with both of them, but they're so necessary, and you will still make progress by doing each one of them a little bit at a time. I'm not going to scroll up too much, so I'm just going to take the questions down here. Will you do a what is in my gym bag video, please? Caitlin asked. That's actually a really great idea. I think I will. I should definitely do one of those. I have been thinking about it before and actually planned it out. I just never filmed it. But now when you say that, I didn't know if it was requested. I'll do one. I'll definitely do one. Okay, so who is ready for tip number 2, or like mistake number 2? Type 2. Type the number 2 if you want me to go over the second mistake that I see happening for us women when we are trying to build bigger glutes. Is Russian language or English easier to learn if you don't know both? Why would you assume that I know that? Because I'm not Russian. It's weird. You shouldn't be assuming people like where they're from though, because I'm definitely not Russian. I want to see 1, 2. Nobody want to see the second tip? If you want to hear about the second mistake that I see that you ladies have to do, type the number 2. Type the number 2. Oh, I see 2. Okay, I see 1 more 2. If I see a couple more, I'll go over it. If not, I guess not. Oh, okay, they're coming in. Okay, so the second mistake that I see, and this is happening a lot, and I get it because there's this huge fear of us women looking masculine by lifting weights. You know, I don't know if any of you like ladies have like experienced, oh, I kind of don't want to like lift that kind of like movement or lift that heavy because I don't want to look masculine, right? But don't you worry. I'm here to tell you won't look masculine no matter what. And the reason why is because us women have way different hormones compared to men. So even if you go and lift a really heavy weight, you won't put on muscles the way males does, just because our hormones are so different than men. And then you may think, but Bella, I've seen women before that have huge arms just as my boyfriend does. And that is literally women that are training specifically for that, and they're dedicating their whole life to looking that way. So don't you worry, you won't end up looking masculine by accident. Don't you worry. So the mistake is that most women aren't lifting heavy enough. So if you want to build more voluminous muscles, if you want to gain a bigger booty, you have to lift heavy. Like, you really have to lift heavy in order for your muscle fibers, I think they're called myofibrils, to tear up. And once your muscles are repairing themselves, that's when they're not only getting stronger, but they're also getting bigger. It's kind of like a broken bone. Like when you break the bone, once it repairs itself, that bone is stronger, and it's often also thicker. And the same goes with muscle fibers. So you really want to tear up as much muscle fibers as possible, as far as you want to lift heavy enough weight for your muscle fibers to get more voluminous. So ladies, you have to stack on that weight. Make sure you still have a proper form, because you can also lift too much, if you get what I'm saying. So if you just think, okay, Bella said I have to lift heavy, so now I'm going to go lift like over 100 pounds, like relax. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you have to lift a heavy enough weight to really challenge yourself, but still have a proper form throughout your movements. And if not, then you're not really going to make progress. So the second mistake that I see is that women aren't lifting heavy enough. If you need more help with that, if you need more help with what to do in the gym, what exercises to do, how to perform each movement correctly, I really recommend that you ladies sign up for my new 8-week glute focused workout program. It is the first link down below. It's called Glorious Glutes 2.0. It's an update. I know some of you have already joined, but yeah, show us your abs. My abs are kind of weak right now. They're not like, wait, that's like, they're not what they have used to be. Yeah. I'm doing like a lean bull for like the longest. I'm just trying to get these gains, honestly. Just trying to get these gains. Alright, let's do some more Q&A. Can I do the same exercise every time with increasing your weight gradually? Yes and no. You can, if you know how to correctly incorporate progressive overload, then yes, you can continue making progress with doing the same movements. But why would you stick to the same movements only? Like, nobody's like holding a gun to your head saying you only have to do this. I really recommend to switching up your routine once in a while. It could be every second month. If not, I personally, my workouts never look the same, honestly. Sometimes, but I almost always switch it up, just because also I don't only focus on my physique. Oh, this is gonna make me look whatever. Like, I also think about functionality. Like, think about your body. It's not, you don't just want to manipulate it into looking like aesthetically pleasing. You also want it to function in your day-to-day life. So if you're trying to like only do the same movements every single time, you are never really challenging your body anymore. You might grow your muscles bigger, but you're not really challenging yourself like that. So the stabilization muscles aren't being challenged anymore, and eventually you will not really be able to withstand like the daily like challenges that day-to-day life have to offer. So I really recommend to switch up your routine. It also helps shock the muscles sometimes, and you will be able to take bigger steps forward with your progress with switching up your routine here and there, just because it aren't the same anymore. So it's a yes and no question. Oh, it's not. It's both. That's what I meant to say. How many times times you train your glutes per week? I work out my glutes 4 times a week, but I don't do like, I do full body workouts. Let's say it like that. Let's put it like that. I do full body workouts Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And in those full body workouts, I emphasize on my legs and glutes the most. But yeah, so I guess 4 times a week, if I can put it like that. But I also really like upper and lower body splits. I just prefer more full body movements, just because I really like my body to work together as a unit. But if you want to know exactly what I did to build my glutes bigger, you should click the first link down in the description. I literally break it all down to you, what you need to do in order to build your glutes bigger. From anything that comes from like movements, exercises, to how to perform the movements, to what you have to do, like what exercises are really good, because there's a lot of exercises out here that's honestly really whack. Like, just looking at Instagram, I'm like, whoa, this is getting out of hand. And I also break down the diet part, so I would highly recommend, if you're really trying to get it together this new year, really trying to make some progress, or tired going through trial and errors, click the first link down in the description now and sign up. And you can also pre-order it for like 1/3 of the price. So I would highly recommend to do that. If not, that's all cool. Just wait till it drops on January 1st. Was that helpful? Like, is these tips helpful, or do you guys already know it all? Give this video a thumbs up if you found this helpful. Alright, let's go over the last tip, and then we can do like a Q&A for like the longest. Okay, so the last tip, okay, I want to ask you guys if you want it though. I'm not sure if you guys want the last tip, the last mistake there. So type the number 3 with a peach emoji if you're on your phone. If not, that's all cool. Just type the number 3. Ooh, okay, 3's already in. Someone quicker than others. I want to see some more 3's before we get into the next one. I want to see more 3's. Okay, alright, you guys get it. So the third mistake that I see, and I feel like this is due to Instagram a lot, and I feel so sorry for like the whole fitness community, especially for those who are new to the fitness like their fitness journey and just trying to make results, Instagram can be so misleading. Like back in the days, it was more like magazines that was like telling you whatever. Now Instagram is like right in your face saying, oh, this is what you have to do to build your glutes bigger. But most people that post workouts on Instagram aren't even certified personal trainers. So I'm getting a little confused there. But anyways, I'm kind of throwing shade, but not really, but kind of. But what some of these Instagram posts are telling you, and also just people in real life, is, oh, you have to, for you to build your glutes bigger, you have to do glute exercises only. Just do some kickbacks, just isolate your glutes, and you'll build your glutes bigger. And it will work to a certain degree, but it also won't, because one, you'll not be able to put a heavy enough load for your glutes to grow bigger. So if you're isolating your glutes, you can't lift as heavy. And as I already explained, you have to lift heavy in order for your muscle fibers to tear up and grow more bigger and voluminous. If you're just isolating an exercise only, it'll get stronger and it also might get a little bigger, but it won't compare to what you can achieve by doing compound movements and then focusing on isolated exercises. You want to, somebody says he has a program. Yes, I do. I'm coming out with a program January 1st. Click the first link in the description to sign up now. But you want to do compound movement first, like bigger movements such as like squats, lunges, deadlifts, hip thrust, and all of that good stuff. You want to do that first, and then you go do isolated exercises, because now your glutes are exhausted. You already teared up a lot of muscle fibers, and now the isolated exercises are absolutely key to growing your glutes bigger, if that makes sense. So yes, that's another mistake that I see, that women will go do just isolated exercises, no weight at all, at home, and expecting to get a voluminous booty. And for some, you might see some results, but it won't compare anything to how you really can grow your glutes by doing bigger movements and heavier. Phoebe says, yes, I've been seeing so much progress with my glutes the last 3 months that I have to throw away almost all my pants, popping out of them so quickly. Oh, that's a good and bad thing. Trust me, I had to change my whole wardrobe once I started my fitness journey. And as much as the bank account aren't as happy with you, it's really like a nice feeling. It's like a new chapter, you know? It's like, first of all, you're feeling more confident because like you are starting to achieve what you're working so hard for. But it's like, by changing out your wardrobe, I feel like you're changing up like you as well. It's like, oh, I'm ready to like start this new chapter, and like kind of like new me, but not really. It's kind of corny. Let's just do an endless amount of Q&A. I'm here for a hot minute, so shoot some questions at me. How to keep a flat tummy on bulking? Oh, that's a really good question, because okay, I have been doing a lean bulk for the longest, and I have been able to sort of maintain my abs throughout my lean bulk. And the reason is, I'm not so much in the surplus, and for some I would recommend that you do a bigger surplus, just because in the beginning you really want to give it a big push and maybe break through that plateau of building your glutes or whatever muscles you're trying to build bigger for them to really grow. But as you are more experienced, I guess, or more like used to working out over the years, you can slow down a little bit and take smaller steps. But if you're doing a huge bulk as well, if you're doing and with that I mean like if you're in a huge caloric surplus, such as like if you take your body weight in pounds times 20, then you might gain a little bit of body fat, and that's okay. Be okay with that. But for you not to gain too much unnecessary body fat is one. stay away from processed food, trans fat, and all of that. Try to go to the grocery store and cook your own meals, and eat a lot of rice and stuff like that. That's not like too caloric dense with the bad type of calories, but have sort of like a better like macronutrients. Excuse me. Let me just take a sip of water. And also, so yeah, cook your meals like that. You're not consuming like food that you don't know what's in it. Like processed food also have a lot of sodium in it, and you want to be careful with that as well. Doing a lot of HIIT cardio throughout your bulk also really helps burn a lot of that unnecessary energy that you're consuming off. So I definitely recommend to do HIIT cardio while you're bulking as well, not only for when you are cutting. So yeah, do HIIT cardio as well when you're bulking. Drink a lot of water. What else? Let me see. I kind of have like, my brain is a little fried already. I've been talking a lot. It's been like half an hour. Yeah, also doing compound movements really helps. It also helps burn a lot of calories. And those are some of the main things that you have to focus on. I consume a lot of high protein foods and fiber. Yeah. Are you dating Brandon Carter? I've seen this question before, and no, me and Brandon are not dating, and it's a question that we get way too often, and it's low-key, like, I'm over it. Me and Brandon have never been dating. We're just really good friends, and also I work for him in the World Laboratories supplement company. Also, we just know each other for years. That's it. I'm watching all of your videos from now on. I'm hooked. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm really trying to up my content as well, so stay tuned for the new year. I have a lot of things planned. My YouTube game haven't always been as strong, but I'm really working on it, so stay tuned. The new year is definitely going to be, updated with a lot of good content. I haven't posted as much in the summer month just because I've been working on the program. And I really wanted to put all of my focus into that. So 2019 it's gonna be crazy. I'm excited. What is the best time to work out, morning or evening? It really depends on you and your schedule. I do really recommend, if you're trying to lose body fat, to work out in the morning fasted, and then you can go consume some like food afterwards. But other than that, it doesn't matter. It all depends on you. I personally like to work out at night, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. There's pros and cons for both. So. Dude, the sound is tripping. Does anybody experience bad audio? Or is everything good? Let me know. How's the audio? Let me know. Can you guys hear me? Is the sound good? I feel like I'm getting no response right now. Maybe does that mean that the audio is bad? Let me know. Audio is fine to me. Okay, good. Great. Okay, let's get some more questions now. Oh, I see. There's probably a little bit of time delay. I'm like over here, like, hello guys, but you guys are probably not seeing my question after a couple of seconds. Yeah, shoot at me. How to grow booty the fastest? First of all, before I answer that, I do want to say, if you're trying to sculpt your body a certain way, you have to be patient. Like, if you're not patient with your results, that's gonna be your biggest challenge and obstacle throughout your fitness journey, because as you can be doing everything right, but it also depends on how your body is responding. Because think about it, like everybody's different. All our bodies like different type of like hormone levels and everything. So, and genetics. So be patient. It's really going to be the biggest challenge. But with that said, without going too much in detail, I did go over some really good tips in this video. I recommend it if you haven't heard that you listen to. But you have to do compound movements, isolated exercises, do some activation exercises before you work out, lift heavy, have a proper diet, eat enough, have the correct macronutrients, be in a caloric surplus. That's a lot of things. But if you want to know it all, I literally break it all down to you in my new program, Glorious Glutes 2.0. I literally go in detail with everything I did to grow my glutes bigger. And the thing is that it took a longer time for me just because I had to figure it out. I had to go through a lot of trial and errors. And throughout the progress, I also got certified. Like, there's a lot of things that I went through. That's why my progress took a little longer, because I had to figure it out. But it doesn't have to be that for you. Like, I literally break it all down for you. All you have to do is just follow what's written down, from diet, like proper nutrition, to a proper workout program with the movements literally being shown to you. I'm doing the movement, there's like video demonstrations for each exercise. So if that sounds interesting to you, just click the first link down in the description and yeah, sign up now. And if not, that's cool too. I post a lot of free stuff here too. What is your favorite cheat meal? I love waffles, chocolate. Yeah. I think something like that. Can you eat in a caloric surplus before and then go work out and eat nothing? No, I would not recommend to not eat anything after you work out. Definitely wouldn't, because 30 minutes after your workout, that's the most important thing. I like time for your body to need that amount of protein. So that's why people often drink some BCAAs or some whey protein, or go eat right after the workout, because it's the most important window for you to provide what your body needs of nutrients for it to repair itself. So I wouldn't recommend that. Everyone, be consistent in 2019 if you want to see results. You said it right out of my mouth. Somebody said the audio is bad. Is the audio really that bad? Some are saying it's good, some are saying bad, but yeah. Okay, I don't see a lot more questions. So if you guys don't have any more like fitness related questions, is it bad if I stop eating carbs after 2:30 p.m.? Why would you stop eat? Why would you split up your day for eating carbs and not carbs? I'm confused. Like you either have the macronutrients right, and maybe you eat 40% of carbs or something like that, and or you just like go keto, like don't eat carbs at all. I don't think that you should split up your day like that, with eating half carbs and then half not carbs. I think your body is going to be a little bit confused, and you also are going to feel hungry, and you might end up overeating or get like binge eating at night because you feel hungry. Carbs aren't bad. Like, people think that carbs aren't bad as long as you're consuming the right types of carbs. They're not bad for you, but they're definitely not good for you either if you're only consuming carbs. Like I'm always saying, like, too much of the good stuff is bad. So don't ever like overdo anything, or like do things in moderation. As long as you're consuming good carbs, like you need, like carbs are not bad, but it's bad if you're trying to go keto. Then yes, they're bad because you're not going to be in ketosis. But yeah. Hey, I'm from Romania and I really find your advice helpful. Oh, thanks. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Help. I always get enough protein in, but as a skinny girl, I struggle to get enough calories in. Okay, so you want to consume 2,700 calories a day. And that, I do agree, that's a high number, honestly. But it is possible. So if you want to consume 2,700 calories a day, I recommend to drinking your calories. You can literally make a shake that's 1,000 calories in it if you add bananas, peanut butter, whey protein, and all of that good stuff, coconut milk and whatnot. That shake, and it's so much more easier also to drink your calories, will help you hit your caloric intake of the day. And it also helps you get the right type of calories. You see, like peanut butter is really good, like it has a lot of calories and other good stuff in it, and good types of fat. Whey protein, self-explanatory. Coconut milk is not bad, like it's good, it's not dairy. So yeah, shakes are really good for hitting your calories of the day. Try that out. I also, honestly, if I'm bulking, okay, let you in on a little secret. If I'm bulking and I'm really trying to hit my calories, and I'm not too much in a surplus, but what I did back in the days when I was like really trying to gain weight was that I made myself like the meanest sandwich ever. I would make a pretty good sandwich with a lot of turkey breast, cheese, arugula. I would add vegan mayo, just because I'm not like the biggest fan of like dairy, but dairy's good. Like it's not, that's just me personally, not the biggest fan. So yeah, I would add like a lot of good stuff, and that will really help me hit my caloric intake of the day. I have tried the shakes, but it tastes horrible. LOL, I can only have whey with milk. Try to add berries too. I feel like shakes with berries taste phenomenal. Yeah. And yogurt, you can add yogurt to it as well. Hey Bella, is it better to stretch before glute activation or after to stretch after workout? Okay, so to break down warm up and cool down, because people always get this so confused, and it's actually pretty simple. Before I go work out, I would do some foam rolling first. It helps release a lot of like acid from your muscles, and also helps increase the blood flow to the muscles. After I foam roll, I will do some dynamic warm-ups, so dynamic movements, walkouts and stuff like that, T-spine rotation and all of that. And then I will do a little bit of static stretching, just a little bit. It's not bad to do it before you work out, because a lot of people is like, oh, it makes you weaker, blah blah blah. Yeah, it makes you weaker by like 1%. So relax over there. And then I will do the activation exercises. That's a proper warm-up. It's perfect because, as I said before, in the bigger movements, you want to challenge yourself. So if you want to lift heavy, you have to do a proper warm-up, or you might get injured. So it's that. Once you're done working out, then you could go foam roll and do static stretching. That's what I do. So yeah, it's simple. Like once you, like a lot of people don't really put enough like what's the word? Like enough focus or expression into how important your warm-ups and cool-downs are. because how are you going to do the movement properly if your range of motion is limited, right? If you can't move properly in your movement or exercise, you're either not going to get the most out of the movement, or you'll end up getting injured. You can overstretch something, like you could tore something because your muscles aren't warm enough. That's why warm-ups are just as important. Like, I would really put a lot of focus on my warm-ups because it's not worth getting injuries or pain or anything like that. So girl, I need to buy your program. Honestly, I post a lot of free stuff here, but if you're really trying to make results, I would highly recommend that you sign up, because I really care for you making results, but I not only care for the aesthetic pleasing view, like you can look gorgeous and have an amazing body, but if your body aren't working together as a unit, is it really worth it? Because you're just gonna get injured. Your joints are going to be weak. So I try to mix it up with functionality training, and for me it has worked great. So I really highly recommend to join it, and you always have it. You know, that type of information that you're going to gain from the program, like you will always have that knowledge. You know, like it's like you're always gonna be that much more aware, and yeah, I would recommend it. But you know, it's always a little, it's like almost a little biased because I'm like, oh, it's my program here, bye. Like, that's not what I'm saying, but I really think that a lot of you ladies can like really benefit from it. Yeah, I really hope that this was helpful. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. That would mean a lot to me if you guys give it a thumbs up. And also, ladies, make sure to check out Glorious Glutes 2.0, my 8-week glute-focused workout program. I literally break everything down you need to know about movements, exercises, having proper diet, and everything that comes along with that. So make sure to click the first link down below in the description, and yeah, sign up now. Take advantage of the pre-sale as well if you want to. And if not, I post a lot of free things here on my YouTube channel. 2019, I'm really excited about that. I have a lot of good content coming, and I really honestly love y'all. Like, we are really close to 100,000 subscribers, and I really love all of the support that you guys are giving. It literally means like everything, so I really appreciate that. So everybody have a very Merry Christmas. Don't stop working out even though it's Christmas and holiday season, and yeah, I honestly love you guys.